So that's when we had something real, a patent pending mat. And that's when we hit a funny little roadblock. Our attorney asked us, what would we like to name the patent under? And that's when it hit us. We didn't even have a name. Up until this point, the mat didn't really need a name. It was just our family mat, our own personal Lake Day hat. Once we had a patent attorney writing things up, it started to feel real. And a real business needs a real name. So we sat down and started brainstorming. And if you've ever named a company before, you know it's easier than it seems. We had a couple main goals for our company name. First, we wanted something simple, something that people could remember. And next, we didn't want it to box us in. While yes, we were starting with the mat, we wanted to be able to expand on that in the future. What if we wanted to come up with other water products someday? We didn't want to limit ourselves to just mats within our company name. We went through several ideas, using more descriptive names, using more simple names, and even using more lifestyle brand names. For a while, we thought about names like Floaties, which sounds cool, but felt pretty narrow. And then we came up with Leisure Mat, which honestly just sounded boring. And eventually we landed on something that just felt right for our company and our products. Flotation Innovation, because that's exactly what it is. It was broad enough that we could grow and expand into different products, but simple and digestible enough for our audience. We're all about the water and we're all about new ideas. And that was it, the company had a name. But the mat still needed one, and this was even trickier. When you're naming a product, you don't want it to be something that people will forget about it the second that they see it. You want something that'll stick, something that tells everybody what the product is without needing a longer explanation. So again, we made a list. So this is where we circled back to Floaties and Leisure Mat, which again just didn't feel right. None of them were hitting quite the way that we wanted them to. So that's when we started to think about the main selling point of the mat itself. What was the one thing that separated it from every other mat? Being easy to roll. It rolled up easy, every time, no hassle, no stress, no wrestling. Just roll it up, strap it in, and you're set. So that's when it clicked. The Easy Roll Marine Mat. It was simple, clear, and straight to the point. People would know immediately. This is a water mat, and it will roll up easy. And that's when all the pieces started to fall into place. We had a patent, we had a company name, and we finally had a product name. Of course, once you create a business, next up is branding, and that means we needed a logo. And being a small family business, we didn't have the funds to hire a fancy design firm. So we got creative. We knew we wanted something simple, clean lines, easy to recognize, something we could put on our website, packaging, and even hats and shirts. We played around with a couple different ideas, but eventually, combining the F and the I from the Flotation Innovation company name, that's what stuck. Putting it all into one shape felt sleek, simple, and just felt right for our company. And finally, with a patent, a name, and a logo, this started to feel less like a backyard project and more like a real business. And once we had all of that, we realized we needed to sell this thing. We needed a way for people to come out and buy it, which took us to our next step, our website. In the next episode, episode 4, we'll take you through the process of how we built our first website from scratch, with minimal web design experience and a budget.